This week we're going to be learning about minerals. We're starting with just some basic information, and we'll go over some definitions and the characteristics of a mineral and different ways that a mineral might form. A mineral can be made of compounds or elements. Most, however, are compounds. A couple of examples: quartz is silicon and oxygen put together. So those are the two elements that combine to make that mineral. And halite, which is otherwise known as salt, is sodium and chlorine. Those are the two elements that combine to make that mineral. So some minerals are just pure elements, but most are compounds. There are three ways that minerals can form. First, by the cooling of magma, and that can happen either inside the Earth's crust or outside. Second, by the evaporation of water. If there are minerals dissolved in the water and then the water evaporates, the mineral is left behind as a solid substance. And third is by precipitation. Precipitation in this case is not what you think of like rain or snow, but it's the product of a chemical reaction. So when two chemicals or two compounds are mixed together, a solid might precipitate out of that reaction. So it's a solid that forms as a result of a chemical reaction. To be a mineral, a substance has to meet certain qualifications. First, it has to occur naturally. Second, it must be a solid. Third, it has to have a definite chemical makeup. That means it needs to have a chemical formula that could be written for it. Fourth, it has to have its atoms in an orderly pattern like a crystal. And fifth, it has to be inorganic, which means that it can't be made from anything that is alive or that was alive. Some examples of things that are minerals are quartz, mica, and gold. You saw quartz on the previous page. Mica is this one, and gold is up here in the corner. Things that are examples of non-minerals, or things that you might think are minerals at first but that don't meet the qualifications. Water, because it's not a solid. A pearl, because it's made by an oyster, which is alive. Coal, which is made from plant remains that have been buried and under pressure for a very long time. So if you think about those examples, every one of them has something that is not meeting the qualifications of a mineral. One thing to note, water is not a mineral, but ice is, because it's a solid, it's inorganic, it's natural, and it's got a chemical formula. There's one special category of minerals called native minerals, and those are the ones that are made of only one element. Things like gold and silver, the precious metals that you typically think of are minerals. Copper is another one. Sulfur is a different one. It's a non-metal. That is a native mineral. And diamond, which is made of all carbon.